Welcome to part two of the Kansas Tarleton game. We're going to jump right into it here. Again, spending most of the summer really spending a lot of time looking at game film from Kansas, the national champ 2022, and we'll jump right into it here. These are highlight packages, so we're going to see most of this are going to be makes and highlights. So not a lot of misses, and it'll be chopped up for us. So pass and dribble away, and I really like how Braun it covers this nail, right? It's just a pass, and covers the nail, and they're doing a good job here of being one pass away and being ready to play. Vision here, didn't chase the cutter out, on the body with the post player. Braun got him to spin a little bit. It looked like what I was thinking initially was this was going to be some sort of setup here to a back cut play. Like right there, that look right there from Tarleton seems to be a setup to me on a back cut here. They're clearing it out on the weak side, although he's sprinting through and they do have a ball side post. But they didn't, I don't believe that to be necessarily the action they were looking to get, right? But they've had two really good plays. In part one, they had a great play in transition with a left-handed finish here. But this guy to be able to get downhill on Braun, contested with his left, without help from the ball side here, right there, Abaji just kind of swiping at it. Listen, I think the ball scores, and getting this deep into the paint right there is problematic. So you got to stop it from getting there. Michigan State, has phrases about, ball in the paint, 2 feet in the paint. Everybody has to be kind of swarming on the ball. Nobody should be getting open layups, things like that. So again, early in the season, Abaji probably could get better help. What I do like initially is how quickly they do get the ball up the floor. And there's always that push there. So, and then this is what they do. It doesn't look like McCormick's ever bringing the ball out of bounds. He looks like they seem to interchange McCormick and Lightfoot a lot. They rarely play together. I shouldn't say that. They don't seem to play together much. They could play together more than I think they do. But it seems to be one for the other, right? They don't have a true 4, so the 4 and 5 the 5 is not replaceable. They just want him to be a rim runner. But here it is. They've got to squeeze down to the lob to McCormick. For my group that may be watching this is something we've been working with and talking about. But it's this idea of not going to the block and not being lower than the block. He is mid-post, on the lane line, 2 feet in. He's playing on the sideline, and McCormick has created this much space. So that's not just something he's doing. He's been coached that. Most people run to the block, and then the pass takes them below the block, below the backboard, no angle, no paint, and all that. He puts the ball above his head. I believe Braun is the one to take it out. There's the skip, right? So this guy's playing lane line. They leave Remy open. Now, it's really this simple. This is what I would be coaching McCormick on here, and I would be showing him on film. This is exactly what I'd be saying to him. Hey, great job rim running. You didn't take it out of bounds. You got down there before the ball did. You created a passing lane above the block. They decided not to go to it because this guy right here is playing lane line, so that's perfect. Then on the skip, it's what we refer to as a reverse pin and spin. He's going to reverse step with his right foot. He's going to spin, so a reverse pin and spin. He's going to reverse pin and spin here. He's going to reverse and then spin him out and pin him out. So right there. But notice he leads with the pivot with his other foot. So now he went from a point of contact. So all young post players, make and maintain contact. He did. He got to his spot here. Then look, right there. The ball's in the air. He's trying to create this angle here, which is cool, but he automatically loses all positioning. What if he had just drop stepped with his right foot, sealed him out this way? They're not going to leave Braun. They're not going to leave Abaji. He was playing the ball, and we sealed him out. Now, you could say, we could see in a minute that they're just flat out going to score, get a dunk here, and it's going to be perfect basketball, right? I don't know how this play ends, but we're 3 minutes in. If you can see it, it's 17 minutes. It's 4-4, right? But watch what happens. Instead of him sealing him out right here, he's going to follow the ball, probably, and on the catch, instead of it being right here, the seal right here, and the throw here and getting a dunk, now he gets it essentially 1 foot outside the paint, and they're able to double. Now, I'm just telling you, like, He didn't seal him right. He didn't drop step with his right foot. He didn't reverse it. He didn't seal him out. He followed the ball, lost angle, and it was a okay pass, below average pass, and now we're playing 2-on-1. With this guy being a zone on the weak side playing 2, you got Abaji and the guy from and I forget what his name is, right? And now we're playing right here. Now, again, got fouled, got scored, and got to the free throw line. Good jump hook. Look, everybody's coming, and I just think it's okay. And he didn't get drafted, and I don't even know if he's playing summer league ball, right? And I'm not saying that's the reason why he's not playing summer league ball, right? It might be that he misses 2 free throws here, right? But you've got to be able to do this stuff. You've got to know how to seal in, seal out, keep your feet, make it maintain contact, get paint and angle, being able to create an angle away from the basket, being able to seal mid-post instead of at the block and below the block. Like, that's the stuff that we look for in terms of how to post, right? And he did a good job. So now we're running a sideline out of bounds. They inbound it with a watch Abaji. So Abaji is going to draw attention because he is scoring, 18 to 20 points a game. He was a first-round draft pick, right? He's coming off this. Look at how they emptied out the weak side. You got to play McCormick, or you got to play Braun because he's a dead 3. There's a back screen. Now, what do we do here? Like, they are just flat out not ready to protect you. Look at the difference in size here, though. 6'8", 6'9", wide body, 6'5", right? I don't know if what can you do here? Can you switch it? But you can't leave the All-American open, and you'd be on your knees in prayer thanking Kansas if they get him the ball on the perimeter, right? So there's the back screen. And he just gets hung up in it. And it's all communication. He's got to recognize it. He's got to be on the body, or he's got to be coming here. Let them throw the long ball, right? Maybe they're just letting Abaji make the read, and it's great when you have 6'8" wide body that's 250 or however big McCormick is, right? So again, deep penetration, no help, and McCormick's coming over to block. There's your block from the weak side. We'll see it again here in a second. Boom, there's the help. Covering 2, leaving somebody. Biggest guy on the floor. There's your pin. And he's just going for it, right? And so they just didn't get that. So that's what we call a 50-50 ball, right? So right here, there's our block. And look, everybody's leaving. They think they have it, which is, I get it. You're the number 1 team in the nation. You're right now number 3 in the nation. When this game is played, you win the national championship. Busting out, and they all think Braun had it. Getting wide. These guys are getting back, and it just didn't happen. Okay, here's I believe it's their high-low. I could be wrong, right? So he might have passed to Braun, and now he's cutting to the ball side corner. They run it into ball screen. Here's going to be the roll. They're going to have an overload on one side. Now he could roll. He could pin down. He could dribble it out. But look at what he draws. 1, 2, 3. He draws the attention of 3. There's the roll. He's got to pick up roll, which he does. But what a great play by Braun. Right? And this is why I like doing these clips, and I like watching this, because here's Braun. Look at how quickly he makes this read. He's making it right here. And he is reading this guy. This is the feel of you just playing basketball a lot, right? Here's Remy. This is the guy playing Remy. Braun gets in the air right there. He sees that he is jamming and pinching and stunting to the roll, and then boom, kick out, playing closeout basketball. Sprinting. Right? It looks like he's probably going to get it. Gillespie's rubbing his head because he doesn't know what's going on, what happened. And then you do have a post here. Right? And Braun would get out. There it is. All because of Braun. The roll, that decision. Knowing where people are going to be. Great play. Great play. But what are you going to do? You got guys that can make those plays, right? What are you going to do? Okay, so now Tarleton's on D. I like how, I like even McCormick. He's in a rough spot because he's playing Tarleton State that doesn't have a true 5 that's 6'9" that he can just bang with, that like Carolina had with their players in the national championship game. He's going to be forced to guard on the perimeter, but at least he's out denying. Now he's gapping. And then there's your drive and maybe a foul on the bump, right? And then it's a scramble. right? But this is the great, he pushed him out. Now you got to know what your teammates can do. You have to know, like McCormick is out of his defensive spot, right? I've got to be able to help. I've got to see him. Remy, I've got you. I'm going to help. You got to know game plan, what this guy can and can't do. And it looks like he's pretty good driving left, right? This guy didn't get out. Now, right there, he does a great job of creating the contact. There's a dump down. Nobody's on the V-back to the weak side. He's going to zone up the middle. He lost vision with the shooter, right? That probably could have called a foul. Remy could have went and got it. He throws up. What are we doing on the weak side? Wherever that ball went, it might be there, right? There's the ball. Weak side. How do we not get that ball? Because he got pushed under, he didn't tough him out, and Braun didn't want to rebound the weak side, so they get it, right? We're reaching here, and they tip it out. Smart, good on them. So now Remy's covering for here, and here, good. Contesting, breaking down, closing out, stops the three, and look how they all pick up. So watch. I'm going to go back a little bit. This is number 3, right? So he contests, he's playing here. He thinks they have the ball. He's running. That's his man. He was just guarding him. Watch how they cover. Cover. That is right here. This is Braun's man. Ball gets changed. He's like, I better pick up weak. Oh, that's my man. My guys would say this. That's my man. No. Somebody covered for you because you were leaking out on offense, right? So you got to go cover here. They may get this shot. There's the closeout. His hands are down. He's already rhythm into an NBA shot, and we're ready to weak side, rebound the weak side. Now, tough shot, right? But guys that make that, there it is. You got to be able to make that shot. You're playing closeout basketball on a scramble, but I really like how he got there, realized it was covered, sprinted weak, got his hand up right there, contested, block out, and now we're running. Out in front. Look at how wide they get. So all the guys that we work with here, you got to be able to watch us. Running wide, running to the middle floor, trying to play off an elbow. There's a trailing big, and let's see what they do. See how flat they get? The flatter you get, the flatter he gets, the better the drive line is. Like an in-out cross, right? If we start talking about specific skills, slow, quick, right? So he's bringing the ball up one speed. It's not 5th gear. He's playing off of an elbow. But right here, he's playing slow. He's playing 3rd gear basketball. Then he does an in-out. And how great is it to have that as a trail, right? So we're going to slow it here, and we'll release this, and you can watch it, right? But slow, guarantee. I can't guarantee this, but I would strongly have you consider that Braun is screaming at him that he's the trail. You know, Remy, trailer, right? Got me on the left. Okay, here's the help. Like, everybody's matched up here. Who is not matched up? This guy ran to the hole and left a pro open. But luckily, I bet you he takes him. That's exactly what happens. Lunging at it, not nearly as balanced as Abaji was on the other end. Just a little quick fake and to the hole, to the foul line in transition. And good on Remy with the speed of transition, probably really good on Braun on the talk in transition, really bad on the matchup in transition by Tarleton that they had to stunt. They didn't talk it out. So a little box play, a pop out, a screen across, and then bringing the shooter out the weak side and just driving. Just kind of America's play of basketball here, right? Everybody in America runs some sort of play where they are in a box formation. They pop out, they screen across. Sometimes they bring the shooter out, all this. And now all they're doing, now they got McCormick again. So their breakdowns on offense, or on defense for Kansas have come with McCormick at 3, guarding 3. Right? Letting it get middle. Opening up like this. Watch. And we'll end with this. But McCormick goes under, gets hung up in the screen, closes out. Now here's the difference. I've seen these great guards, really go up the line to cut that player off. And this is something we're working with our kids on. You're going up the line to cut a guard off here, where most people just open the gate. Some people are like closing the gate, closing the line of attack, getting on the line, creating contact, not letting them get to the nail. Some people just open it up and right there, get to the nail, right? Spacing's bad. Remy has no idea. So Remy lost vision right here. They switched it out. So good on them, I guess, if that's what they wanted to do or what game plan said. So right here, they switch it out. Good on this guy. He didn't, I don't know who 0 is. I know he didn't play much in the Final Four or anything like that, but there's a good switch. But because he's low, because he wasn't ready for it, a good team may slip that and get it. It's tough. I understand that. But because he's on the low side, they get that. But also, there's Remy. Now they're bringing him off of a double, which it looks like, right? Bring him off a double, which is exactly what they're doing, but he got to the rim. I like that out of bounds play. It's kind of America's out of bounds play, but what they do is that they bring this guy. This guy is your best shooter. So if we were to run this as a team, what we would consider is right here is to get your big to be the first catch, which it would be here, right? So this is what we would do. We'd want this to be a big, maybe a good driver because that's exactly what happened. And then watch. There's that. And then he could do that, but also being big and small and run that shooter off this double. So I like that action. But he gets to the rim. McCormick just is not used to. What a great play. Right? Here's the great player. This is a pro. For all you guys watching this that don't want to give up the ball because you're the star, he gives it up early in transition. He hits ahead. Look at this drive line. There's nobody back. And he jab steps, drives, creates the help, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the great player just spots up and knows how to get a shot. Boom. He's a pro. So now it's 14-8, right? And they've scored half of their points driving the big, right? Majerus used to say that the mismatch or the switch on the high big on small ball screen always drive the big, right? Instead of trying to post, right? The small driving the big instead of always getting the ball inside, which I get the narrative that he's trying to paint, but I also like I like the driving the big. The McCormick clearly is not comfortable out there. Okay, if you could do me a favor with the podcast, if you've made it this far, just subscribe to it, please. Like it. The subscribe button is right below this. I enjoy talking ball. It's my favorite thing to do. I like watching games. I like getting a perspective on this. I like getting new out-of-bounds plays like Tarleton just ran and how you can bring a shooter off of a double screen out of a box formation and what that might look like, how you could drive a big off of it, and how you can look at matchups on your alignment within the box set. All that is fun to kind of consider and dissect a little bit as you watch how teams do things. So if you could subscribe, like, share, it's always appreciated, and look for the next episode. Thank you.